we're going to discuss the Fair Employment and Housing Act as well as the Americans with Disability Act just briefly. These aren't technically leave acts or leave entitlements. However, they are really important. And as Vanita mentioned earlier, this is where it becomes important to look at once an employee has exhausted their FMLA, their CFRA, or pregnancy leave entitlements. So the Fair Employment and Housing Act is a California act, and as a reminder, it just prohibits discrimination or harassment to an employee because of a protected status, and that includes a mental or physical disability. It covers employers that have 5 or more employees and employees who are disabled and can perform the essential functions of the job. So in the context of leaves, the FEHA, we're looking at when an employee needs modified work or a period of leave for reasons related to the disability. So an employer is obligated to reasonably accommodate employees if they have a known physical or mental limitation of a qualified applicant or employee with a disability. So a leave of absence may be considered a reasonable accommodation. You may have an employee that's out on leave under CFRA for 12 weeks, and then once that leave has been exhausted, they may need an additional leave of absence for their reasonable accommodation under FEHA. So we're going to go into a little bit more detail exactly how that works and how those different acts interplay with each other. And this next slide here provides the required postings and the additional resources for FEHA. The federal law is the Americans with Disability Act. This is very similar to FEHA. The main difference is that it covers employers with 15 or more employees. And it's just a good reminder, it's, employees who are disabled and can perform the essential functions of the job. You have to reasonably accommodate these employees with the known physical or mental limitation. And again, a leave of absence may be considered a reasonable accommodation. So it's the act that prohibits discrimination against people with disabilities. So it is important to keep these different acts and prohibitions in mind.